So the first principle that we're going to cover of adult learning is that they are self-directing. What we mean by this is that they live under a large degree of self-governance and very much to their own laws, beliefs and values. Basically, they need to know and understand what the exact benefits and purposes of the learning program actually are. They need to know why they're learning what they're learning. If they cannot appreciate the purpose or the value of your course, then it's suggested that they will very much be reluctant to engage in your learning program. Now, Malcolm Knowles, the godfather of adult education, describes self-directed learning as a process in which individuals take the initiative without the help of others in diagnosing their own learning needs, in formulating their own goals, identifying their human and material resources that are required to do that learning, and then evaluating their own learning outcomes. So what is then self-directed learning? Well, when we think about an individual or a group wanting to learn a new skill, whether we think about them wanting to learn a new competency or knowledge, what we often think of is them heading straight to the teacher or heading straight to some kind of trainer or lecturer or somebody that's more experienced than themselves to learn it, which is what happens most of the time. However, when it comes to adults who are acting under self-directed learning principles, there is a whole lot of other stuff that actually happens before. There's also a lot of stuff that happens during and after the program where this self-directed part actually comes in. It basically involves them taking on the primary responsibility for both the planning and also the initiating and even the conducting of the learning project itself. So yeah, we tend to call this self-instruction, self-education. We call it independent study, self-learning or self-directed learning. So you need to find a way with your particular learning program to make sure that the learner feels as though it is their free choice. It's their free will to choose to take on this learning program of yours. They also need to have a degree of freedom when it comes to actually doing your program. You need to design your exercises and your activities and your learning in a way that they can take their own time to go through that study and they can do it in their own way. So pop in some freedom, give them some opportunities for self-directing, and there you have meeting the first principle of adult learning.